Thank you guys.
We
See
love
ya.
you. All right.
James, if you'll take Chasity by the hand, just like you're walking side by side, shoulder to shoulder, facing up for just a little bit, and you guys look so nice, I'll just ask you to, perfect, right there in the middle of the aisle. First of all, it's nice to have such a nicely dressed up couple. When it's hot outside, people do not come in always dressed up. You guys look
Thank you.
fantastic.
Thank you.
And we've got people watching online. Welcome everybody, glad to have you with us. We're honored to have you with us. Before I have you say your vows, would it be all right to just say a few brief words about commitment? Would that be all right?
Sure.
Okay, thank you, I appreciate that. It's so easy, I think, during the course of our lifetimes to meet people who will promise us things, whether it's just to call us, to do things for us. And I think we take that to heart. We believe people are good. They're going to follow through, do what they say they're going to do. Occasionally life, as it sometimes does, tends to get in the way and they're not able to follow through on all their promises. But my point would be, when you met that person in your life who is ready to make the commitment of marriage, this has been absolutely wonderful for them, of course. I believe the moment when you met that person, the commitment is when we're asked by them to do something that's very important to them. I believe in every marriage there's always a moment or two and we don't always want to follow through on that commitment and do what we're asked, but that's the commitment. But I just believe that moment can always carry a higher purpose. And that's just really remembering to pause, making sure to recall the wonderful times that you shared together, how much you love that, and you never want to lose that. That's incredibly easy for me to say, a little bit harder to do, of course, when we don't want to do something, but I do believe there's something that you're choosing to do already, so just to refresh our memories. Every day doing something small, kind, and loving for each other every day. Chastity, I'm not sure what you appreciate. My wife, she likes when I open doors for her, help out around the house, maybe like that. James, probably something a little bit different, of course. But just keeping in mind what your spouse loves. Engaging in those small, kind daily acts. I really believe that in that moment that doesn't go exactly how you both planned, that you will have this infinite wealth of kind, loving memories together, and at that point it becomes very simple to say, I don't have to be right or wrong today. Just remove our ego from the situation and arrive very quickly back to that much more positive place. And all those people out there watching are doing so for one reason. They love you guys. They want you to continue to looking, absolutely, continue looking as happy as you do now. So in that spirit, James, I'll ask you to turn and face Chastity, joining both hands, please. And James, I'll ask you to repeat the legal vows first today. We'll begin by repeating, I, James.
I, James,
Take you, Chastity.
take you, Chasity,
To be my wife.
to be my wife,
To have and to hold.
to have and to hold,
From this day forward.
from this day forward,
For better or for worse.
for better or for worse,
For richer or for poor.
for richer or for poor,
To love and to cherish.
to love and to cherish,
Till death do us part.
till death do us part.
And Chastity, I'll ask you now to repeat those same legal vows to James. We'll begin by repeating, I, Chastity.
I, Chastity,
Take you, James.
take you, James,
To be my husband.
to be my husband,
To have and to hold.
to have and to hold
From this day forward.
from this day forward,
For better or for worse.
for better or for worse,
For richer or for poor.
for richer or for poorer,
To love and to cherish.
to love and to cherish,
Till death do us part.
till death do us part.
And James, I understand you have some personal vows you'd like to read.
Yes. They're on my phone, so, and she has hers too.
Okay.
To my soulmate and true love, since we've been together, my life has never been better. I love all the things we do together, and I couldn't have found anyone better that supports me like you do. We've both been through a lot before we met, but I wouldn't change my path because I found you. I just wish I would have found you sooner. I promise to always take care of you and the boys. I love our family. I love you, Chasity, Lynn, Marley.
I love you too. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I
Hers is a
cried.
little longer than mine.
It'll go quickly. James, I'm madly in love with you. I know what love is supposed to feel like because of you. You give me that bottom of the ninth, last at bat, tie game, grand slam, full of butterflies kind of feeling. I see these vows not as promises, but as privileges. I get to laugh with you, cry with you, care for you, and share with you. I get to be there for you and support you. I get to have you be the person I spend the rest of my life with. And standing with you here today, I feel like the luckiest girl in the world. I cannot wait to continue this journey with you and to simply love you. To love you when it's easy and when it's an effort. To love and grow together as a family with our boys. Although today marks the start to the rest of our lives, I know it will not be enough time with you because all of my life I've been making my way to you. It's always been you. You are my best decision, my greatest friend, my right now, and my forever. I love you.
Right. James, you have a ring for
Yep.
Chasity. And as you place the ring on her left hand, ring finger, if you'll repeat to her with this ring,
With this ring,
I be wed.
I be wed.
And Chasity, you have a ring for James as you place his ring on his left hand, ring finger. If you'll repeat, with this ring,
With this ring,
I be wed.
I be wed.
All right. And I'll ask you both to step right here in front of the candles, please. And Chasity, if you'll take that by the base and the top, it's a little bit loose in that holder. You might want to hold it in this direction so you don't get any wax on you. James, I'll ask you to take that as well. And I'll ask you both to light the unity candle. Oh, a little bit closer together, guys. I'll ask you both to light the unity candle together in celebration of the married life that you now share together, united as one within your marriage and your family. James, if you'll place your arm. James, if you'll hold on. Okay, James, if you'll place your arm right around Chastity's waist, please. A nice smiles for that.
Show me your teeth.
I'll place those right back. Right back with James. The other. And step right back to the center, please.
Chasity, grab your flowers back.
And joining both hands face to face once again. The Apostle Paul expressed love by saying that love is patient, that it's kind, that it is not jealous. Love doesn't brag, it's not arrogant, does not act poorly, does not seek its own. It doesn't take into account for those moments that we're talking about when we feel misunderstood. Love bears all things, it believes all things, it hopes all things, and endures all things. And that passage is continued, of course, by saying that love never fails. And that's what we all want to find, that love is never going to fail you both. So those who now join together, and no man put asunder, for as much as you have consented before God and all of our witnesses watching this evening, I'm very happy to pronounce it husband and wife. And James, you may now kiss your wife.
Good job.
Way up in the mountains, 4,000 feet high. And there's a trail through the trees to a cliff where Carolina meets the sky. Oh, and there's a view I just can't describe. No, we're not there yet, just a few more steps, baby, wait. Okay, you can open your eyes. This is it. This is now, this is what I've been
We just started.
Listen now, it's what I've been talking about. Looking out, I can see forever. So take my hand, take it in. This is a moment we won't forget. On top of the world here together. Surrounded by our family and our friends. If there ever was a time for a perfect kiss, this is it.